Yoga helps us to release deeply stored stress in the system, which can improve PCOS symptoms. Women with PCOS should engage daily with our series to help balance their hormones and reduce high blood pressure, insulin levels, and increase energy levels. This session reduces stress and relaxes your body and brings your heartbeat to a regular rhythm. Just a few things to keep in mind right before we begin. Avoid a heavy meal right before practice. Make sure you've had water 30 minutes before and any time after the class. Wear comfortable and breathable clothes. Perform the poses at your own speed. There's no rush. And lastly, don't be shy about asking for help. Let's begin with level 4. Meditation helps in promoting, relaxing, and calming the mind and provides a variety of benefits that we will learn along the way. Starting off, sit with your backbone straight and erect and your hands on your thighs and sit in the Shunya Mudra. Close your eyes and gently breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. The popularity of meditation is increasing as more and more people discover its benefits. Meditation is a habitual process of training your mind to focus and redirect your thoughts. And gently breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. If you want, you can use it to increase awareness of yourself and your surroundings. Many people use it as a way to develop concentration, and some use it as a way to reduce stress. People also use this practice to develop other beneficial habits and feelings such as a positive mood and outlook, self-discipline, and even increase pain tolerance. Let's move on to the next pranayama, Omkara or Om chanting yoga. Make sure you're seated in a comfortable position, your hands are on your thighs, and your spine is erect. Let's begin. Sit normally in the Sukhasana position or in the Vajrasana position. Close your eyes and relax. While you breathe out, chant Immediately after this, inhale and exhale. If you have difficulty falling asleep, Omkara is a very good yoga for you. If you suffer from stress, anxiety, and need to pacify yourself every now and then this asana is very good for you. Practice this daily. Relax your posture. Don't forget to keep breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Last one round. Keep at it. And we're done. Let's move on to our next pranayama. Let's begin with Speed Bhastrika. Make a fist with your hand and bring it close to your chest near the shoulders. Inhale deeply, raise your hands straight up and open your fists. Exhale forcefully. Bring your arms down next to your shoulders and close your fists. Slowly Increase the pace of this practice. Keep repeating this. Deep inhale and forced exhale each time. Repeat up to 25 to 30 breaths. Always remember to use the chest and not the abdomen. While doing Speed Bhastrika, remember not to sway the arms back and forth in a rocking motion. You want your spine to be neutral and engaging the core. Keep repeating this in your mind. Inhale, force, exhale, down. Inhale, force, exhale, down. Only go as far as you can in round 1. There's no need to exert yourself. Think about how the pranayama was for you. If it was too fast, reduce the pace. After you're done with this round, come back to the starting position and sit comfortably while breathing normally. You want to go gradually into it. Take it step by step. There's no rush. No one learns running before they learn to crawl. In case you feel lightheaded, give your body more time to relax. It is normal to feel like that after getting done for the first few times because the body is taking in more oxygen than it usually does. Relax with your palms on your thighs. Take a few normal breaths. Continue for 2 more rounds. Now, moving on to round 2, thumb inside, make a fist and go up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, up, down, up and down, up and down. Exhale. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Inhale a full breath and retain it. Let's move on to the next asana. Sit comfortably in the Vajrasana or Sukhasana position. Then slowly shift your body to the length of the mat. Spread your legs out in front of you. Sit with your back erect. Clasp your hands, interlocking them, and outstretch your arms and bring it to a shoulder height in front of you. Take a deep breath in and start moving the upper part of your body to the front and right, forming an imaginary circle with your body. Inhale as you go forward and to the right, and exhale as you go backward and to the left. Keep pushing your body forwards and backwards. Do you feel the stretch in the arms, abs, groin and legs? This means that your body is opening up and becoming more flexible. Make a few rounds in one direction and then repeat in the opposite direction. Here's an important tip. Stretch forward from the lower back and keep your legs stationary. A slight movement in the legs is natural as the torso rotates. Here, the arms will also move along with the back. Try to not put too much pressure on your lower back. Keep breathing deeply and easily while rotating. The benefits of yogic grinding are many. It's a good preventive asana for sciatica, tones the uterine muscles in the females, so it is very useful for preventing painful cycles if practiced regularly. Now, relax and come back to a comfortable seated position with your spine erect. Let's move on to the next asana. Let's do the Bhunamanasana. Begin by sitting in a comfortable Vajrasana or Sukhasana posture. Keep your spine erect. Begin by spreading your legs out in front of you. Then spread both your legs apart depending on your flexibility. Breathe in, raise your hands. Breathe out, bend towards the right side, touch your palms to the ground and gently bring your head towards the floor, touching the ground. Hold on. Now inhale, lift your head and raise your hand above your head and keep it lifted up. Breathe out. Now bend towards the left side, touch your palms to the ground and gently bring your head towards the floor, touching the ground. Inhale, lift your head and raise your hand above your head and keep it lifted up. Repeat this for another round. Keep your toes neutral and straight. Inhale, raise your palms up. The benefits of Bhunaman Asana are many. This is one of the most beneficial yoga poses. It helps to strengthen your hamstrings and psoas muscles. Try to do this asana gradually by reaching a good flexibility level. Let's move on to the next asana. Let's do the Akarna Dhanurasana. Akarna Dhanurasana is known by many names. It's called the archer pose, bow and arrow pose, or the shooting bow pose. Bend your right leg at the knee, raise your butt up slightly, and slowly use your right hand to pull the leg off the ground by hooking your fingers into the toes. Keep the leg lifted up in this position. Now with your left hand bend forwards to reach the left leg. Hold on to this posture for about 3 seconds. Gently let go of it and bring your legs forward again. Come back to the seated position. Now let's do this with the opposite leg. Shift your body towards the length of the mat on your left side. Now, bend your left leg at the knee and slowly use your left hand to pull the left leg off the ground by hooking your fingers into the toes. Keep the left leg lifted up in this position. Take a few more breaths and focus on the release of your groin and inner legs. Gently let go of it and bring your legs forward again. Come back to the seated position and relax. Let's move on to our next pranayama. Let's begin with Kapalbhati or rapid exhalation. Make sure you're seated in a comfortable position and your spine is upright and erect. This pranayama will be all about rapid exhalation, so make sure your lungs are ready for a great session. To perform Kapalbhati, remember to sit in the Shunya Mudra. In this position, your middle finger represents the space elements, the finger touches the root of the thumb, and light pressure is applied with the thumb. Now that both the nostrils are open, take a deep breath and start exhaling with force while squeezing in the stomach. Breathe in softly and breathe out completely and with force. Put your hand on the stomach to feel the abdominal muscle movements. Keep the stomach's pulse equal and continuous throughout the whole cycle of pranayama. If you experience dizziness while practicing Kapalbhati, you are doing it forcefully. Start practicing with less force and more awareness. For those with BP, 20 slow rounds should be more than enough. Since Kapalbhati requires a lot of energy, it generates body heat, thus dissolving toxins and waste matter. This breathing technique is known to enhance the functioning of the kidneys and liver. As a beginner, 25 to 30 pushes per minute is sufficient. Kapalbhati pranayama relaxes the eyes, and as a result of that, it can help do away with dark circles as well as premature signs of aging. It is known to help with weight loss since it increases your metabolic rate rapidly. The Kriya stimulates the internal organs, especially the abdominal ones, and therefore it helps people with diseases. This breathing technique refreshes the brain and energizes your nerves. Since Kapalbhati pranayama calms your mind, it can help with mood swings and minor anxiety. Kapalbhati Pranayama gives you a sense of balance, thus making your brain feel decluttered and de-stressed, therefore relaxed and ready for bed. With it, you can say goodbye to your gas-related problems as well. Kapalbhati Pranayama enhances the capacity of your lungs and makes them stronger. Since it makes you sweat, it opens up your skin pores and cleanses out the toxins. After this, your face is likely to glow. Inhale and push the lower portion of the navel area towards your backside repeatedly while it automatically bulges out. In the end, exhale completely and do the Ma Bandha pose. With this last breath, we are done with Kapalbhati. You did a great job. Keep going at it. Now, let's move on to the next asana. Let's do the Ekpada Chalasana or the leg rotation pose. Sit in a comfortable posture, then slowly lie down on your back and relax. Raise the right leg all the way up from the ground, keeping the knee straight. Don't let your lower back feel the strain. Now begin by rotating the leg clockwise 5 times in a large circle. 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're doing this very slowly. Slow movement is the most effective. Now, rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come, let's go for the other leg now. Rotate it in the clockwise direction in a large circle. This asana seems easy, but it can be really challenging for your legs and hip flexors. Make no jerky movements and keep breathing. 3, 4, and 5. Now rotate it in the anti-clockwise direction. Ekpada Chalasana is very good for the hip joints and obesity. This exercise is great for toning of the abdominal and spinal muscles. Ekpada Chalasana also helps to improve digestion. Avoid this posture if you suffer from high blood pressure or serious back conditions like sciatica or slip disc. Come back to the seated position and relax. Rest and normalize your breathing. Let's move on to the next asana. Let's begin with Urdhvarakasana. Begin by sitting in a comfortable position with your spine erect. Then, slowly rise up. Take the balls of your feet on the floor and spread your feet apart at 1 feet distance and keep your palms on the floor. Squat in a frog position with your hands out in front of you. Gently move your right hand and grab hold of your right foot and hold it. Now turn your right knee. Turn your body backwards in a clockwise motion. Hold on to this position for at least 3 seconds. Turn your body and come back to the starting position. Grab hold of your left foot and release the right foot. Now, turn in a clockwork motion to your left and then take your right hand and touch your left arm. Hold on to this position for a few seconds. Now, repeat one more time. Be sure to avoid any jerky motions or coming down on your squat forcefully. Don't push yourself into a deeper squat than the body is ready to achieve. If you feel any pain, don't strain yourself. Just leave the pose and come back to it when you're ready. You must avoid this asana if you have a knee or a low back injury. Relax and come back to a comfortable seated position with your spine erect. Let's move on to the next asana. Let's begin with Ardha Dhanurasana. Sit in a comfortable posture with your backbone erect. Now lie down on your belly with your arms extended forward. Bend your left knee and bring your left heel close to the glutes. Reach your right arm back and hold your left ankle with your right hand. Let your other knee point towards the ceiling. Inhale and pull your body up. Make sure your navel is touching the floor. Now let's practice with the alternate leg. Bend your right knee and bring your right heel close to the glutes. Let your other knee point towards the ceiling. At the same time, lift your head and chest off the floor. Bring your focus to the point between your eyebrows. Stay in this position for 3 long breaths. You can also grip your right big toe with your left index finger and thumb. Bend the left leg and hold the ankle with the right hand. Stretch the left arm above the head. Exhale. Breathe normally. People with recent or chronic injury to the legs, hips, neck or arms, pregnancy or recent abdominal surgery should avoid this pose. Ardha Dhanurasana stimulates the kidneys, adrenals and reproductive system. Inhale and raise the right thigh and grab it with your left hand. Raise your right arm, shoulder, head and chest above the ground. Ardha Dhanurasana energizes and strengthens the entire body and especially builds the core strength. That was a good showcase of flexibility. Let's move on to the next asana. Let's begin with Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Sit comfortably with your spine erect and your shoulders relaxed. Place the tip of the right thumb on the right nostril and exhale. Now take a deep breath in and inhale. Hold on to this for a couple of seconds. Now place your ring finger on your left nostril. Now exhale from the left nostril. Inhale deeply and hold. Place the tip of the right thumb on the right nostril and exhale. Hold on and gently exhale from the right nostril by pressing your ring finger on the left nostril. Now inhale in the same position. Slowly press your thumb on your right nostril and release the air from the left nostril. Place your left hand on your left knee and keep your palms open to the sky in the Vishnu Mudra, where the thumb and index finger are bent towards the palm and all other fingers are pointing upwards. Place your ring finger on your left nostril. Exhale from the left nostril. Breathe in from the right nostril and exhale from the left. Now slowly bring your hands in front of you and come back to the normal position. You have now completed one round of Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Keep a gentle smile on your face. Place your left hand on the left knee and keep your palms open towards the sky or in the Vishnu Mudra, where the thumb and index finger are bent towards the palm and all other fingers are pointing upwards. Hold on to this for a couple of seconds. Now place your ring finger on your left nostril. Exhale from the left nostril. Inhale deeply and hold. Place the tip of the right thumb on the right nostril and exhale. Inhale deeply and hold. Hold on and gently exhale from the right nostril by pressing your ring finger on the left nostril. Now inhale in the same position. Slowly press your thumb on your right nostril and release the air from the left nostril. Place your left hand on your left knee and keep your palms open to the sky in the Vishnu Mudra, where the thumb and index finger are bent towards the palm and all other fingers are pointing upwards. Place your ring finger on your left nostril. Exhale from the left nostril. Breathe in from the right nostril and exhale from the left. Now slowly bring your hands in front of you and come back to the normal position. Sit comfortably with your spine erect and your shoulders relaxed. Keep a gentle smile on your face. Keep a gentle smile on your face. Continue inhaling and exhaling from alternate nostrils. This pranayama is an excellent breathing technique to calm and center the mind. Our mind has a tendency to keep regretting or glorifying the past and getting anxious about the future. Nadi Shodhan Pranayama helps to bring the mind back to the present moment. It works therapeutically for most circulatory and respiratory problems. It releases accumulated stress in the mind and body and helps it to relax. This pranayama helps to harmonize the left and right hemispheres of the brain, which correlates to the logical and emotional side of a personality. It helps to purify and balance the nadis, the subtle energy channels, thereby ensuring a smooth flow of prana to the body, that is, life force. Let's move on to our next pranayama. Let's begin with Ujjaini, or the hissing breath pranayama. Make sure you're seated in a comfortable position and your spine is upright and erect. Let's begin. Sit normally in the Sukhasana position. Close your eyes, observe, and concentrate on your inhalation and exhalation of breath. Keep yourself at peace while meditating and take a few deep breaths. Ujjaini regulates your internal body heat and massages your body from the inside. This asana gives physical and spiritual energy and releases stress and overcomes physical disorders. Not just that, it gives you good health, strengthens your mind, and helps to increase concentration. Now, open your eyes and relax. Let's move on to the last and final pranayama of Series 1. Till now, you've done really great. You should be proud of yourself. This is last in the series of all the pranayamas and asanas we've done today. Make sure you're seated in a comfortable position and your spine is upright and erect. Now, bring your thumbs to your ears. Place your index finger on the forehead and with the remaining fingers, close your eyes. Breathe in slowly through your nostrils and then exhale slowly, emulating a steady low-pitched sound at the back of your throat. If the sound resembles the humming of a bee, then you're doing it right. It's similar to when you say Om, but just this one is in a soft humming way. Feel your body release all your impurities and see it experiencing positive energy. This asana lowers one's blood pressure and releases hypertension. Along with that, it also releases cerebral tension. Try to make the sound soft, smooth, and as steady as you can. When you move deeper, you will be able to feel a vibration resonate through your head. Try to keep your body very still and bring your attention to the light at the center of your forehead. benefits of Bharmari Pranayama are many. It is the best cure for stress. It nurtures space in your being, which in turn results in self-healing. It lowers one's blood pressure, thus relieving hypertension. And with that, it soothes the nerves, stimulates the pineal and pituitary glands, and supports their proper functioning. After completing the round, contemplate how you feel. Listen to your body and emotions. You will feel a shift in your energy and silence within. Try to take your attention to the parts where you can feel a sense of tingle. Four levels of yoga for PCOS in a row. You just keep getting better. Keep practicing every day by moving on to the subsequent rounds as you get comfortable. Come, let's fight PCOS together.